My feminine son got mad at me for treating him differently than my daughter, and accused me of being misogynist until I realized I was making the same mistake as my grandpa. I am the father of 3 kids. The last 2 are twins and are very close, tending to copy each other. I love and adore them all equally. My son is not a very masculine kid and is less interested in some of my hobbies. Because of this, he has always preferred whatever his mother and older sister did, like baking or dancing. I have no problem with this. I love him as he is, but to be honest, I'm slightly disappointed that we haven't had the kind of amazing father-son bonding that I got to have with my grandpa when I was a kid. Since I'm at home almost all the time now, I've been seeing just how feminine his interests have gotten. Asking to help cook every meal, helping his older sister alter second-hand clothes, and playing pretend. He's even asked to have his sister paint his nails. I'm not upset or bothered by it, but it isn't typical for young boys. I've been working out at home instead of at the gym because of our current circumstances, and when my son came in while I was lifting weights in the family room, he showed an interest in it. He was excited about the idea of having big muscles and tried out some of the 5-pound ones. Even though he mentioned being like Shira, it was still progress in my eyes and it seemed like he was showing interest in masculine hobbies. I praised him and did the whole "wow, you're so strong" thing in kid talk to encourage him. When his sisters walked in, the twins joined in. Like I said, they tend to want to do what the other is doing, so she expected the same kind of "wow, so strong" stuff. When I wasn't as enthusiastic with her and focused on my son, my oldest got annoyed and asked why I was treating them differently. I explained to her that because he hadn't taken an interest in these kinds of masculine hobbies before, I wanted to foster his own identity as a boy, separate from his twin sister. She accused me of being misogynistic for this. She then said that I was TA for making his sister feel weaker and implying that I didn't approve of his feminine interests. I don't think I'm TA, because there's no reason for my daughter to be inclined towards this kind of thing, but my son should be developing a more masculine personality as he gets older. Update: we talked for a while and that made me aware of how badly I'm treating my son. My grandpa, who raised my brother and I for most of our lives, was a manly guy who I've always idolized completely. Well, my brother made me aware that my grandpa in particular made him feel crappy about his femininity and his sexual orientation. He would regularly say degrading, terrible things. I was oblivious to just how much that hurt him, and it seems that I've picked up some of these same ideas. I've been such a jerk for so long, and now that I realize how absurd some of the ideas I've held onto are, I know how much of a disservice I've done to my boy. I shouldn't try to make him change just to protect him from bullies. In this situation, I'm the bully as much as it hurts to think. I'm planning on talking with him about this issue and apologizing. If we can this week, I want to let him choose something that he likes that we can do together. I'm not going to make the same mistakes my grandpa did. I was able to talk to my son for a while this morning and apologize for yesterday. Talking about gender roles and all the trauma surrounding my grandpa may be something I'll talk to him more about as he gets older, but I got the message across that I support whatever he's interested in. I asked him about Shira and we watched a few episodes together. My oldest and I both thought it was very cute. I asked him what he would want to do together, and he mentioned trying to alter something. I brought down a box of my old stuff from the attic and lo and behold I found one of the 80s Hawaiian shirts my grandpa bought me. With some guidance from my oldest, we're going to try to make it fit my son with room for him to grow into it. I think it'll turn out nicely, and because it's really vintage my 15-year-old loves it. So everything is pretty good right now. I invited my brother over for dinner so my son and I could make him something. I can't believe that I was feeling upset about him liking baking and everything. I'm lucky that my boy wants to help everyone.